I am in Arusha, Tanzania. That is, let's say, 85 kilometers from the Kilimanjaro, a famous mountain. And tomorrow I will fly early in the morning to it's a 2 hour flight to the Serengeti, and there I will meet with Sarah's team. Um, yeah, this is I don't know exactly how big the city is. I need to look that up. But this is one of the first big cities you meet after you've left Kenya. So I've left today from Nairobi to Kenya, which was a 6 hour bumpy ride in a bus, because the roads are not what we are used to. But on one hand, it didn't go very fast because it took a long time, for instance, to cross the border. But they try to catch that up by using their very heavy right feet, because they drive like crazy here on very small roads. And but it was okay. It was not a There were no nearly death experiences, so it went okay. It was good. It was a good trip. Not as warm as you might expect. It's around 20, 24 degrees, and because it's the altitude it's not at sea level here, so that's one of the reasons why it's. I'll look up how high it actually is. Yeah, it's 1400 meters above sea level. So it's not too warm, but it's comfortable. I mean, it's now 11 o'clock in the, no, yeah, it's 11 o'clock in the evening. I think it's around 15, 16 degrees. It's quite comfortable. Well, it's pitch dark, so I can't show you anything. It's extremely dark here because there's no, apart from the light I'm under, there's no light around here, hardly. So I can't show you exactly where I am. And also I will lose the connection because I do have a wireless connection here. Um, but yeah, that's funny, huh? That's what you see in countries like this. That's their advantage. They just skip all the legacy of the starts of the internet and all technology. So they just jump when they jump in, they're one step ahead or so. They miss. They don't have to do the first developments. But I'm in a sort of a bungalow park. So I'm sleeping in a small bungalow, which is looks very nice. And but I arrived here around 8 o'clock, so I haven't really seen the place in broad daylight. And tomorrow I leave very early. They pick me up at 7, and I have to catch a plane at 8. Well, it's being in Africa is quite an experience. As I wrote in my blog, I've been in all continents apart from Africa, uh, south of Sahara, because I've been to North Africa, but not to Africa south of the Sahara, and it's absolutely different from anything that I've seen so far. Um, and it's on one hand you feel like you're jumping in one of National Geographic's documentaries because I've been driving by bus 6 hours through the savannah, and it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Didn't see any wildlife yet. I don't think that is very normal to see at the normal roads, but you see a lot of let's say native Africans, shepherds with a lot of cattle, and and it's chaotic. I mean, crossing the border was quite an experience. There was You come to the border of Kenya, then you have to fill in let's say departure form, and then you have to cross let's say 400 meters of no man's land between Kenya and Tanzania before you enter Tanzania. And normally crossing 400 meters would take you, what is it, 3 minutes, 4 minutes? Well, it's a bit less even. But it was hardly to do because everybody is trying to exchange your money, dollars, euros, Kenyan shilling, for the best rate I ever can give you for Tanzanian shilling. They say you have to do this before you enter Tanzania because you can't enter Tanzania without any Tanzanian money. So it was, I was a bit overwhelmed initially, but just be stubborn, walk on, and then you cross the border. But then you have to wait in a line of 45 minutes before you can get your visa. So
did you put that on tape?
I was not allowed to film there.
I suppose so. I suppose so.
I was
Okay,
not.
it was good to see you. I will of course put this immediately on our blog so everybody can see that you're actually still alive.
I am alive and kicking.